Welcome to today's episode. We're going to take a quick look at the incredible journey from the heart of Stars Hollow, blending the fictional world of Gilmore Girls with a very real journey of healing, creativity, and reimagining what it means to be a Gilmore, maybe with a twist. Today, we're exploring how storytelling can be both a lifeline and a legacy. I'm so pleased to have our guest with us, who has drawn inspiration from the beloved Gilmore universe to chart a very personal and complex path forward.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here and to talk about how even the most familiar stories, like the Gilmore Girls, can be used to work through our own challenges and dreams, whether that's about family, love, or healing.
Let's dive right in. Your project, which fuses original characters and new adventures with deeply personal themes like addiction, mental health, and recovery. What inspired you to use Gilmore Girls as your canvas?
The Gilmore Girls always meant more to me than just cozy Friday night TV. I saw my family, especially my relationship with my mother and sister, in Lorelai and Rory. As life got messier, grief, illness, addiction, I realized that the rhythm and warmth of Stars Hollow could be a model for moving through really tough times. It became about rewriting those familiar scenes with new perspectives, like bringing in a Gilmore son, or letting Rory struggle openly with her mental health to reflect the challenges I was facing.
There's something almost magical about using familiar TV dialogue as a touchstone during crisis, like a script for life. How did that shape your healing?
It's almost like comfort food for the mind, right? When my own life felt chaotic, those Gilmore lines, "Please, Luke, please, please, please," or memories of epic coffee conversations gave me an anchor. But I also needed to make space for what wasn't shown on TV. The breakdowns, the spirals, the mess of being human. I started imagining scenes where characters would say the things I needed to hear about therapy, sobriety, fear, and hope. And that gave me permission to own my own story, flaws and all.
The way you describe that is so relatable, using humor and fast-paced banter, but then pausing for something heavier underneath. In your version, everything from alternate realities to trauma bonds is explored with these characters. Why was it important to blend real-life issues like poverty, addiction, and mental health directly into this world?
'Cause that's real life for so many of us. But it's rarely shown in the comfort shows we turn to for escape. I wanted to see a Rory who can't finish her book, who spirals and hides pain, who tries and fails constantly, but keeps writing anyway. I needed to see family step up, friends make mistakes, and recovery not be a straight path. By letting the cracks show, writing letters that may never be sent, putting therapy literally into the dialogue, I realized I wasn't just healing myself. Maybe I could help others feel less alone too.
And out of all this came a vision beyond just a TV revival. It's about launching real community initiatives, like urgent care clinics, and writing workbooks for mental health teams. How does fiction lead to something so tangible?
The boundary between storytelling and action is thinner than we think. If Lorelai Gilmore could open an inn, why can't I imagine a clinic built on hope? Or write a manual for those navigating the messiest parts of life? Each scene I wrote for Stars Hollow became a blueprint, or at least a wish, for what recovery and support could look like in real life. And when you see yourself as a character in a story, not just a patient or survivor, suddenly glory doesn't seem so out of reach.
That's so powerful, turning the narrative inward and then outward. If someone is listening right now, stuck in their own season of chaos, what's your Gilmore-inspired advice?
My advice, don't be afraid of messy drafts. Whether you're writing, healing, or just trying to get out of bed, it's okay if your story looks nothing like what you expected. Recast yourself, reboot your plot, and keep coming back to the table for coffee, even if you have to ask, please, please, please. Sometimes that's how you find your own glory.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing your journey and wisdom. It's really a reminder that the best stories are the ones we dare to rewrite. That's all the time we have today. Keep finding your story, and we'll see you next time.